You didn't click this by accident. Something in you is restless. Not excited, not motivated, restless. You've watched videos like this before. You've saved quotes. You've promised yourself things late at night. And yet, you're still here. Same life, same patterns, same internal arguments. And the most painful part? You're self-aware enough to know it. You don't lack information. You lack execution. That's why this hurts. This isn't a hype video. This isn't a feel-good talk. This is a mirror. And mirrors don't flatter. They reveal. Stay. Not because it's comfortable, but because discomfort is where truth lives. People don't ruin their lives in dramatic moments. They don't wake up and choose destruction. They choose comfort. They choose ease. They choose delay. They choose the option that requires the least resistance today, and they repeat it. Failure doesn't arrive with noise. It arrives with routine. A routine that looks harmless. A routine that feels normal. Scrolling instead of building. Waiting instead of starting. Consuming instead of creating. One day becomes a month becomes a year, and suddenly you're older with nothing solid to show for it. Not because you couldn't, but because you didn't. That's the part people can't accept. You are not unlucky. You are not cursed. You are undisciplined. And that truth is painful, because it means the responsibility is yours. But responsibility is power, if you're brave enough to carry it. Comfort is the most dangerous drug on earth, because it doesn't feel like a problem. Comfort tells you you deserve rest. You've had a long day. You can do it tomorrow. Comfort is polite. Comfort sounds reasonable. That's why it wins. Comfort never asks, "Who are you becoming?" It only asks, "How do you feel right now?" And feelings change every hour. A life built on feelings will always be unstable. Discipline is boring. Repetition is boring. Structure is boring. But boredom builds empires. Comfort builds regret. Every time you choose comfort, you train your brain to avoid resistance. And resistance is where growth lives. You don't rise to your dreams, you fall to your habits. That's why motivation doesn't save people. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. One day, and it will come, you'll look back. Not dramatically, quietly. And you'll realize something terrifying. You had time. You had energy. You had chances. And you traded them for distraction. Regret isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg. It sits next to you and whispers, "You knew better." That sentence destroys people. Not because of what they lost, but because they know they chose it. Right now, you still have leverage. Right now, you can still decide differently. But leverage expires. Time doesn't wait for confidence. It doesn't wait for clarity. It moves, with or without you. People say they want change. What they really want is results without discomfort. Change costs identity. If you improve, you outgrow people. If you discipline yourself, you expose others. If you rise, someone feels left behind. That's why people resist growth, not because they're lazy, but because growth isolates before it rewards. Average is social, discipline is lonely, but loneliness is temporary. Regret stays forever. Your life changes the moment you stop negotiating with yourself. No more "I'll try," "I'll see," "I'll start soon." Those are lies dressed as hope. Real change starts when action becomes non-negotiable. You don't wait to feel ready. You act because it's required. Confidence doesn't come first. Action creates confidence. Execution builds belief, not the other way around. This is where identity changes, quietly, privately, daily. There is a future version of you watching this exact moment. They're not judging you for struggling. They're begging you not to quit. They don't care about your excuses. They care about your standards. Every disciplined day builds someone they respect. Every skipped day builds someone they resent. You decide which one they inherit. Not tomorrow, today. This channel isn't here to motivate you. It exists to remind you of the standard until discipline becomes automatic, until effort stops feeling heroic and starts feeling normal. If this video feels heavy, it should. Responsibility is heavy, but it's also freedom. If you stayed this long, you're not average. You're just undisciplined for now. That can change. Like this if you're done lying to yourself. Subscribe if you're ready to build a life that doesn't need excuses. Not tomorrow, now.